A title, Liam, Communication. 3-year-old Finn sits at a table. Sandy speaks off screen.
Is your brother Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us how Liam talks?
With his hands.
He talks with his hands. Can you talk to Liam?
With his hands.
You hold on to his hands like that. Can you sign Liam's name? And can you sign your name sign? What's Finn? There's Finn. Very good. Liam uses tactile American Sign Language when he's getting his information receptively, and expressively he uses American Sign Language. Tactile sign language is where I'll be signing to him and he will be trailing with his hands over what I'm signing.
Liam sits on the couch facing Sandy with a homemade book in his lap. They read it together using sign language. Sandy, book titled Liam Can Go. Your turn. Liam, Liam can go. Sandy, yes. Liam, it's broke. Sandy, Liam, right here. You read. Liam, Liam can go with Mom. Sandy, yes, with Mom.
Before Liam became deafblind, he spoke verbally English very well. And so when he became deafblind, we all had to learn a new way to communicate. Liam had to learn, we had to learn. We all were clueless about anything American Sign Language. And so he did have, after he became deafblind, he was still using his voice verbally. And so that helped a little bit us at least know what he was telling us, but it was very frustrating for him and heartbreaking. Like, he didn't know what we were saying back to him. He was very confused. So we started out simply using tactile like objects, real life objects. So object cues, for example, if it were getting close to time to eat for dinner, we would give him a spoon, and then we would, pair that with the sign for eat. And he still didn't really know that his hands had power, that he could talk with them yet. So we would use the coactive sign and help him make the sign. We would sign at the very beginning. Another thing that we did, that our next steps were using the coactive signing again, where we were helping him to form the signs, is we would just start pairing. If he was still voicing at the time, we would pair what he was voicing with the sign and acknowledge him. If we were trying to teach him one, I remember trying to teach him the word for orange. Eating was a very motivating time for him, so a lot of his first signs had to do with food. So at lunch, we would give him an orange, and we'd make him sign orange before he could have one, or when we were giving it to him. So that's kind of how we started. The real turning point was when he realized that signing with his hands gave him power to communicate. Once he realized that, he just improved.
Liam sits at a table with one of his teachers. He counts in sign language. He reaches out his hand and his teacher signs yes.
One other thing I just wanted to add about how he communicates and what's important to him is Liam always likes to be touching the person he's talking to somehow, whether it's just his knee on you so he knows you're still there, whether if you're sitting at lunch, he'll put his little foot, like I sit kitty corner to him, so he'll put his foot on me to make sure, he can just feel that someone's there next to him. Sometimes he'll just have his hand on the person that's next to him. So having that touch is really important to him. And also with his vision, if he has two people that are sitting next to him, if one person says, like, for example, I threw a ball, well, he would quick turn to the other person and make sure that they knew that this person said that they threw a ball. So he likes to make sure everybody saw or felt what was being communicated with the other person. So